Hello, this is Rosaura Argueta and our topic for today is reported speech. Let's talk about the basics of reported speech. There are two ways to report what someone says or thinks. They are direct and reported speech. Direct speech shows a person's exact words, while reported speech expresses the speaker's words and thoughts in a sentence format without quotation marks. For example, direct speech. She asked, "Where is the library?" Reported speech. She asked where the library was. Another example. Direct speech. "I'm going to the hospital," said Joe. Reported speech. Joe said that he was going to the hospital. When do we use reported speech? Reported speech, also known as indirect speech, is used when we want to tell what someone else said without using their exact words. For example, real words or direct speech. "I'm hungry." Reported speech. She said that she was hungry. The real-life contexts in which we use reported speech include daily conversations, journalism, literature, academic writing, and legal and business documents. The purpose of reported speech is mainly to summarize concisely, add credibility or evidence, avoid repetition, soften the language, and show politeness. Let's talk about the rules. In reported speech, the use of that is optional. Both of the following sentences are correct. The boy said that he was lost. The boy said he was lost. That is less commonly used in spoken contexts. However, in written contexts, I still recommend you to use it in case you want to make the sentence more grammatically complete and clearer for the reader. When reporting what someone said in the past tense, we often use a back-shifted verb tense. For example, he said, "I want to watch a film." Present simple becomes, he said that he wanted to watch a film. Past simple. In the same way, present continuous becomes past continuous. Present perfect becomes past perfect. Past simple becomes past perfect. And we can also use some modal verbs like will, which becomes would. Can becomes could. May becomes might. Must becomes had to. Have to becomes had to. The reporter is different from the person who made the original statement. As a result, pronouns and possessive adjectives often change in reported speech. For example, she said, "You are my best friend," becomes, she said that I was her best friend. If the original sentence includes time and place expressions, you may need to change them to reflect the new context. In this case, today would be that day. Yesterday, the day before. Tomorrow, the next day or the following day. Next week or next year, the following week, the following year. Last week or last year, the previous week, the previous year. A year ago, a year before, the previous year. For example, "I'll call you tomorrow," he promised, becomes, he promised that he'd call me the next day. Remember, he'd is the contracted form for he would. Here can become there, but only when it is clear what place is meant. For example, at the station, he said, "I'll be here again next week," becomes, he said that he'd be there again the following week. Usually here has to be replaced by some phrase. For example, she said, "You can sit here, Tom," becomes, She told Tom that he could sit beside her. Say or tell. Both reporting verbs mean to communicate verbally with someone, but we often use them differently. A simple way to think of say and tell is you say something, you tell someone something. For example, Mary said, "I love you." Mary told John that she loved him.